Hey everybody, this is Michael DeSilvis. Top of the morning to you, or evening, or wherever you're at. I'm evangelist, ordained minister at New Hunter Church of Christ. Yes, we still have my tree up. I haven't taken all the lights down off of it yet, but we're going to do that at the end of the month. But I wanted to tell you something. We're gonna move this chair over here. Yeah, I'm standing, which is good. But I wanted to tell you that a lot of y'all know me. I've went to school with a lot of y'all, and even if I don't know you personally, you know that I have a talent. You know my desire is to please and do the work of the Lord through music. That's always been my dream since I was a little boy. And ever since I was in high school, a lot of you called me Radio Man. And a lot of y'all liked my music. You liked what I sang. And I enjoyed doing it for you. But I don't want to be a radio man. I want to actually be out there making records and getting my music out. I've written over 140 some songs, and I would like to get them published. And I need your help to help this campaign to make it a reality. My family really hasn't been very supportive. My grandparents were more supportive than everybody else in the family at the time when they were alive. They are now have gone home to be with the Lord in paradise. According to the Christian faith, that's where you go when you are righteous. You go into paradise when you die. But my mom and my step and steward and other people who she was with before him weren't very supportive at all when it came to my music career. Most people, if you ask them when you actually start out as a singer, your family usually supports a lot of people. Or you do have to work because you have families like I have that don't want to help you to succeed, to get it going. And I love my family to death, but I wish they could see that I do have a talent that could make good money. And it would make good money because it's blessed by the Lord Almighty God. And it would definitely bring people to the Lord. It'd be like having similar music that's out on the radio with similar music and beats, but not the same because that'd be copyright, of course. But I have music that's similar to that, but it's actually Christian. And it might go out on a secular network as well as on a Christian network because it has a double message to it, but it's really a godly message. And of course, I have songs that are good that sound secular, but they're really godly. They're not secular where I rewrote them, like some people do at the rock, where they take Led Zeppelin and put Christian lyrics to it. No, these songs are original, but they sound like a secular song. But they're original. They're not. They're made up, but they're Christian. And everybody knows, I have a heart and love for music, and I love people, and I need your help. New Hunter Church of Christ is sort of in a deficit right now. I've been waiting for some donations to come in, and we really need them this year. We have a $1,600 prescription projector system that we need. We have a $4,000 computer system that I've been paying down because the one I had crashed last summer. We need a storage NAS to store all these videos that we send up to the cloud because I usually like to keep it back up here at this church/studio since it's in my apartment. An overhead projector that we get, I will aim it up on the wall here, and put it on top of a computer tower in the living room, and the people sit in the kitchen and sit in the living room and sit on the couch, and they can see it on the wall in the kitchen, and that's what we do right now. And then when we get a bigger church with a screen that comes down, like a lot of churches have, that detract electronically, we're going to put it up in the ceiling, mount it up that way, and run wires back to where the sound booth is, where it all bridges together in there. But that's how most churches do it, and that's how we're going to do it eventually. But right now, it's how we have to do it until we grow. We have 21 subscribers on YouTube as of today that watch Revival Network, or not Revival, but New Hunter Church of Christ content, and also watch In the News, segments that I do about real news that's happening in the world with a Christian spin on it, and even other things that release, emergency transmissions, cop reports, different things where cops are doing good, as well as getting cops that are bad too as well. Well, there's a lot of good cops too. That's the whole point. We're trying to show what good cops do, and we're making an archive of all these videos and putting them together under the fair use clause of copyright. And we're actually putting different music to it, different music that's not copyrighted. That's stuff I have. It's original, just doesn't have no words. And we're going to put it together and make a track and let you see the videos of what all the good things that cops have done. We're just trying to build it up a little bit to compile it. Maybe make a maybe 12 or 15 minute kind of video archive of what all these cops are doing. And then what you see on these videos are really good. They're short and they're right to the point. And these are what cops do every day that don't get recognized. That ultimately a lot of them do. Most of them do that are really good cops. Cops aren't the enemy, people. It's the government. But back to the music. What I want to do is talk about Jesus in my music. I also want to talk about the things that are going on in this country and in our government and expose the truth through it. And that's why we need your help to make that possible. Donations are very important. Tell people about Michael DeSilvis and DeSilvis' media. We do more than just IT. Provide me with work, computer work, security work, removing viruses off your computer, tablets, and so forth. And also, you can help by subscribing down below this video here. There's a little thing that says subscribe right over here to the left, to my left. Maybe on your computer it might be the right, but it's really my left because this is my left, and your computer will look like probably the right. Because everything's in reverse in the video, because that's what a mirror does. It turns everything around. But, over to the left on your screen, below the video, you'll see a thing that says subscribe. Click it, and it will highlight and turn red. And that means you're subscribed to the channel. Now, you must have a private or public YouTube channel. If you don't want people to see your content, then don't make your channel public. If you do, like we do, then make it public. You see things like EO on there from Pole Green Church of Christ, my cousin, who I love very much. But the thing is, people, I need money to do this singing career. We need to get studio equipment. That's the reason why I need it. This is what I do. This is my future, but I also know a lot about computers. I've gone to school for it. I went to CTU online division to study for 2 or 3 years for cybersecurity and also IT, informational technologies and other things. And I also went to Liberty, and I also took computer classes some there, and I do very well in it. In high school, I took computers, and in middle school, I took some computer classes there in Lee Davis and Stonewall, and I did very well in it. So I've been working with, probably the oldest computer I worked on was the Commodore 64, just to give you an idea. And I worked on the Tandy computer system, which is a Radio Shack similar to a Commodore 64. Actually, they were both made by the same people. I don't know if a lot of people know that. I've even I'm familiar with the Tiva computer system, which was the state of the art back in the 90s, but it's not state of the art anymore, but back in the day it was. It had 5 gigabytes of storage, the hard drive. That's what the size was back then. That's what they put on computers back then. Now, there's several terabytes of storage on your computer when you buy one. It's expensive because the programs have gotten so big, and a lot of people want to put a lot of music and pictures and report papers on there, and that's what it's for. And that's what we do here. We have a lot of digital. We have a huge library. It's called Logos. It's an investment for the church, but it's over $5,000. We're asking that people could help with donations with that, and also help with the other things that we mentioned, the hardware that we need. The internet, the bandwidth. The YouTube is free, but to get it out there to the YouTube, it costs to put them up the pipes. They're raising the cost on us because we put so much out. And they're going to start doing that with everybody. So yeah, YouTube may remain free, but to get it out to YouTube does cost me data. And it's supposed to be unlimited, but pretty soon they're going to start charging for more faster speed. And they're going to redo the tiering system because the FCC is going to take away the freedom. And that's what we don't want. A lot of people fell asleep behind the wheel and don't realize that that's happening right now, but it is. They want to make it a lot more worse than the Chinese style of internet. You heard that Chinese style firewall type of internet is really strict. But actually what the U.S. wants to do is a whole lot more worse than that. So you all need to really study these bills. Congress, you all need to not vote things through without looking at it like Obama says. You need to look at the stuff before you vote it through. Don't pass anything until you read it first. Don't just look at a little bit of it. Look at the whole thing. Study it. There's a lot of things going through in Washington right now that is not being looked at. And we told you about this over and over again. Me and Alex Jones, we've told you this stuff. It's not crazy. It's really happening. There are secret laws right now being put in place in this country that no one knows about, not even the Congress. Only Obama knows, and whoever his secret elected crew of people who he has that he meets with to put them through, to write them into law, his legislative, his private branches, his czars or whatever he's doing, his Superman cape or whatever. They get in the room and, put these things together, and there's a whole lot of laws that are going in effect that we don't know about, and that's what's going to really hurt a lot of us. That's why a lot of people have a hard time paying for their groceries, and groceries keep getting higher and higher, and everything else is going up along with that. the gas is starting to go up too. Your fuel. You notice how when you paid for your fuel, if you have oil or natural gas heating, or if you have coal heating, you notice how when the gas went down in the car, it didn't really affect the coal or oil, that comes to your home for your heating all that much, did it? But usually, if the economy is really good, like they're telling you, which is a lie, everything they tell you is a lie. I wouldn't listen to anything they tell you on the TV or anything from the government because they always are lying. They never tell the truth. Unless you're talking to me. I'm telling you the truth. What's really going on. So, I know things are hard right now, and I know things are uncertain, but if you have extra money laying around that you're not using, and you want to really help a minister to do a wonderful, phenomenal good to reach people for Christ, that's my goal. My mission, till I die, is to do just that. Through music, through any type of way to get through the media, please send it our way. Because that's what I do here at the Silva's Media and at New Hunter Church of Christ. I am an ordained minister, and I love the Lord, and I love people more than anything. Please help us out. I'm not saying I'm perfect, because nobody is. But we need to be more loving and more giving people. And then, in spite of these hard times, then that's when we truly get blessed. By showing our courage and meeting a challenge that maybe we think we can't meet. But we pray to God can do some simple, supernatural things in your life because of what you've done by helping a real, true, legit organization. And a lot of people might say, don't give to people. Yeah, I saw the report. There's a guy swindling people out of money on Facebook. He's saying that he's a plumber and all that. I mean, I've seen all those scams. It's horrible. But I'm not one of those. I am the true deal. What you see is what you get. The real package. I'm doing the right thing, and I need your help. And you just need to trust. You need to really put your faith in God and do soul searching and really trust me, because I am not going to lie to you. I'm not going to steal. I'm not going to use it for the wrong reasons. I really swear on the Bible that this money will be used for the betterment for people and for the ministry. And most, when I do charities, what I've done in the past is I always keep half the charity and give half of it away. Programs like the Red Cross, the Salvation Army, and the March of Dimes, and all these other people don't even give half. They only give maybe 2 or 3% of it away. The rest they keep for themselves. I read their pamphlets. I used to do telemarketing for these organizations, and I raised a whole lot of money for those organizations. But I never really saw hardly any of it. But they got a lot of more money of it than what I made doing it at a call center. But the thing is, in their things, it says they only give about 2 or 3%. The rest of it gets absorbed in all their fancy Lear jets. Well, let me ask you this. Why does an organization like March of Dimes, Salvation Army, Red Cross, why do they need those things? If they're an organization, they can just use regular things. They don't need a Lear jet. All they need is just a regular plane. They use a regular plane with people to travel around the world to do those things. They don't have to use a private jet. They could use just a regular small plane. That'd be a whole lot cheaper than using a private jet. But I heard they have over 30 Lear jets, and they have the state-of-the-art computer system. Most of the money goes into things like that. It doesn't go to help people. What I do here is half of it goes into the ministry here, and the other half goes to the cause, the people. It really goes out to the people. If you want to see my record, I will print you off a record of what we do, like a ledger to let you know what we're doing, and give you real details of the cost of the hardware that we need and everything. I'll be glad to do that for you. You can give me a call at 804-789-9373, or you can give me a call at 804-399-8244 and ask for Michael De Silva, the minister here, evangelist at New Hunter Church of Christ in Mechanicsville. We're located off of Pole Green. It's my home church. We're located off of Coal Harbor Road. You turn right onto New Hunter Road and go all the way down and take a left into Harbor Square. Now, Harbor Square meets on both sides. It does. It's weird. But that's how it is over here. Just turn left. Everything's on the left. Take another left. Go around. Take a right. If you can park there, park there. Then turn, get out of your car and go up to the first building that's behind you. Because there's a blue dumpster on the right and on the left. You want to take left. You go by the blue dumpster. It's the first set of apartments on the left. Not when you first come in, but right in front of you. You see one straight ahead, and then right to the left of that is where New Hunter Church of Christ is and Silva's Media is. We're in the same apartment 423. We have 10 people that meet here when they all show up, and 21 people on our online ministry. If you can help us any way you can, please, I pray earnestly that you do. and I hope that you can help me with my dream. I need your help. All you people that know me from Lee Davis, whether you go to church or not, I don't care where you are. People that know me from Liberty University, people that know me at Johnson Bible College, people that know me from Roanoke Bible College, formerly RBC, now Mid-Atlantic Eastern University. I need help. Please help me. I really do. Honestly, to God. Help my dream to sing, to produce, to publish the music, and to get this church off the ground. Help me, Lord, to be able to do all these things through these people. Help people to come that are honest and people that will work alongside me and will share in the same vision. So this vision can become a reality. And at the same time, we can help many souls from going to hell. And we can also save people and get them to know the real true Jesus Christ. Please help me to be able to do that. And how you can do that, one way is by giving donations. Another way is by telling people about the Silver's Media. A third way is by giving me work, computer work, IT work, because I do have a lot of schooling and experience. I have about over 20 years of experience in computer-related field. And I've been working on, like I said, the Commodore, and now I'm working on, I work on the Mac Air. I work on the MacBook, and I work on the Mac computer, and I also work on the Windows systems, the latest, the Hopewell processors, or Honeywell processors, what they have out now. And now they're going to be coming out with quantitative computing. It's not out yet for the consumer. However, if you have connections to the government, you can still order it and get it early, but it's going to be really expensive. But it will come down in price, and everyone will have it just like a regular computer. And it will be cheaper before long, and everybody will have a real nice computer, a lot more nicer than what it is now. When quantum computing comes in, it'll be like having a supercomputer in everybody's home. And you'll be able to do a lot of things like a government does. You'll be able to run a lot of stuff, and it won't really strain your systems. So when that happens, I can't wait. But I'm with you. I know a lot of you that know what I'm talking about are really excited. And there's a lot of good things I've heard about the processors, the memory, everything's going to the quantum, even the RAM. Quantum physics and quantum computing, architecture. So it's going to be a whole lot easier and make everything a lot more efficient and a lot less energy being pulled, a lot less energy or print being pulled from the grid. And, there's other things too, even organic drives and organic memory and organic RAM. Organic SD cards. It looks like a real card, but it has organisms that keep growing in there, and you basically store your energy on there, and they feed off of something. I don't know if you got to feed the fluid, but they have a project where they actually did that, and they were able to do that, and they keep growing, and the memory just keeps growing inside that box. So it's like, they don't die. They just keep growing and growing. They keep feeding off the liquid. I guess you got to, every once in a while, put something in there to keep them alive. But anyway, it's getting really interesting in computing, because in the future we may have organic components in our computers that are really organisms that store our information. It won't be disk in there or platters that spin inside the computer. It'll be a bunch of organic organisms that will do the same thing, but it will be suspended in liquid. And so that's the future. And they'll take a low voltage of current, and you'll be able to get your stuff like a hard drive.